Seedra's golden grain. Deep in the heart of a sun-dappled farm lived a very industrious hen named Seedra. One morning, while scratching for worms in the rich, dark soil, she discovered something wonderful. "Look at this," she chirped. "A handful of golden wheat seeds. If we plant these, we will have bread by winter." Seedra hurried to the porch where Perla the cat was stretching her long, elegant limbs. "Perla," Seedra asked, "will you help me plant these seeds so we can grow wheat?" Perla yawned, her tail flickering like a ribbon. "Not I," she purred, closing her eyes to catch the morning sun. "I have dreams to finish." Seedra didn't give up. She trotted over to the big oak tree where Dormer the dog was resting his heavy head on his paws. "Dormer," Seedra called out, "will you help me plant these seeds?" Dormer let out a long, rumbling sigh. "Not I," he huffed. "The shade is far too comfortable today, and my bones are tired." "Very well then," Seedra said firmly. "I will do it myself." She spent the whole afternoon in the field. She dug small, neat holes and tucked each golden seed into the earth, whispering a little wish for rain and sun to help them grow. The summer sun stayed warm, and the rain fell gently. Soon the wheat grew tall and golden, waving like a sea of honey in the breeze. Seedra went to the mud puddle where Ju the pig was cooling off. "Ju, the wheat is ready," she said. "Will you help me harvest it?" Ju splashed a bit of mud with his snout. "Not I," he grunted. "This puddle is perfectly cool, and work is far too messy." "Very well then," Seedra said with a nod. "I will do it myself." She worked from dawn until dusk, cutting the stalks and tying them into heavy bundles. Her feathers were dusty and her wings were tired, but she didn't stop until every golden grain was gathered into a large burlap sack. Seedra carried the grain to the mill and returned with a bag of fine, snowy flour. She found Perla grooming her whiskers in the kitchen. "The flour is ready, Perla," Seedra said. "Will you help me knead the dough and bake the bread?" Perla didn't even look up. "Not I," she sighed. "Flour is far too dusty for my coat." "Very well then," Seedra said quietly. "I will do it myself." She mixed the flour with water and yeast, kneading the dough until it was soft and springy. She shaped it into a perfect loaf and slipped it into the warm oven. Soon, the most delicious, mouth-watering aroma began to drift through the entire farmhouse. Outside the kitchen window, the delicious smell reached the noses of the others. Dormer and Ju followed the scent, their stomachs rumbling. They stood by the glass, peering in with wide, hopeful eyes. "That smells like the best bread in the world," Dormer whispered, his tail giving a small, involuntary wag. Seedra pulled the golden brown loaf from the oven. As she sat down at the table, Perla drifted into the room, looking very hungry. "Who will help me eat this bread?" Seedra asked. "I will," cried Perla. "I will," shouted Dormer and Ju from the door. Seedra shook her head gently. "No," she said. "I planted the grain, I harvested the wheat, and I baked the loaf. I think I will eat it myself." And that is exactly what she did.